How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon BDSP Wi-Fi battle, and today we are fighting the man, the myth, the legend, Skyrander, of course. Big shout out to Skyrander. He is a really good Pokemon YouTuber. He does BDSP Wi-Fi battles like us. If you want to see some of the best battles in the world, I might be exaggerating a little bit, not too much, but definitely go check him out. If you like watching battles, you'll like watching him, trust. With that being said, let's jump into the game. Okay, here's the team. Skyrander's team's looking pretty good. We've got a Probopass, Typhlosion, Toxicroak, Donphan, and Gyarados, and of course the Fat Cat, Perugly. This is my new team. We've got Espeon, Torterra, Mantine, Raikou, Registeel, and Dragonite. So looking at this setup right here, I'm trying to figure out what would be the lead Pokemon that you might lead with. Perugly is an option because it can do the fake out U-turn shenanigan. Typhlosian's probably going to be tough to get around. I mean, I do have the Dragonite, which can take an eruption easily, and the Mantine, so we might be alright with Typhlosion. Just got to keep those alive. Toxicroak as well. Never underestimate Toxicroak. That Sucker Punch could be hurtful. I think Raikou's going to have a fun time here. If we can get rid of the Donphan, then it's going to have a good time. And as for Torterra, Torterra can easily take on the Probopass. Can probably tank a Poison Jab from the Toxicroak and dish it off with an Earthquake. Donphan stands no chance. Gyarados is a maybe. It's just the Typhlosion to worry about. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to lead with Espeon and see about getting some screens up. And the battle begins. Sky's going to lead off with his Bigglesworth, the big fat cat, of course. So we lead off with Espeon, which is all well and good. Probably not the best situation for me to be in because it's going to hurt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go straight into Registeel just to take the fake out because Espeon is a bit frail and fake out will probably hurt, and well, fake out plus U-turn will probably hurt, so got to watch out for that. As the probably does go for the fake out, minimal damage, of course, minimal damage, and this gives us a free Stealth Rocks, which also gives us a free turn when the Donphan decides to go for the Rapid Spin. So let's go ahead and go for the Stealth Rocks. Just get him up. He's probably going to go into Donphan now. Probably going to U-turn and go into Donphan. Or not. No U-turn, just Donphan switch. Voldheart. The Gyarados. Interesting. Interesting. So, to me, that says he's going to try and Dragon Dance on me. Which I'm not a big fan of. So, in this particular instance then, if he tries to Dragon Dance on us... It's a tough one, this is. I didn't bring a Choice Scarf. Maybe I should have made Raikou Choice Scarf to outspeed stuff like Dragon Dancing Pokemon. Maybe, yeah, that might have been a better play, so... I mean, we can definitely survive a couple of Dragon Dance Earthquakes with the Registeel, but... if we're expecting... Giggity, we're expecting. Haha. Dragon Dance, I'm thinking whether or not we should go in here and Scold. Maybe. It's a tough one. Let's go into Dragonite. Now, Dragonite has the Multiscale. He's actually going to withdraw Gyarados. I was panicking. I thought they were going to try and set up all over my Registeel. That's fine, though. That's fine. So, in comes the Probopass, who's Sturdy. If it has Sturdy, is now broken. It might be a Magnet Pull for Skarmory and stuff. We can actually just go for an Earthquake with Dragonite real quick, so it's not too bad of a situation to be in. We did see the Intimidate on the Gyarados, so Gyarados is a viable switch here for sure. Do I go straight for the Earthquake, or do I Dragon Dance? With Dragon Dance and scare it. Ah, that's a good idea, good idea. Let's go for Dragon Dance and scare it. Do it. So he's actually staying in with the Probopass, which is interesting. Staying in with the Probopass, maybe he's going to go for Thunder Wave or the Stealth Rocks of his own. But we set up the Dragon Dance and we're pretty good. Power Gem comes through, that's going to hurt. Didn't do nearly as much damage as I thought it would. But now we are free to go for the Earthquake. Power Gem will hurt more, of course, because the Multiscale's gone. But I think, yeah, he can tell by the damage it did to the Multiscale that it won't be enough to finish me off. So brings back in the Gyarados, which of course gets the Intimidate off, and also some nice juicy... I mean juicy Stealth Rock damage. Wait, what? I don't know where I was going with that one. Something's juicy. So we revealed the leftovers on the Gyarados, so we can actually not have to worry about whether we burn it or not with Mantine. But I'm actually thinking we go straight for a Raikou play. I'm just going to go straight into Raikou. Raikou can probably deal with this. I just don't want to get hit by an Ice Fang. So we're going to Raikou real quick. Probably going to go for an Ice Fang, I would guess. To hazard a guess. Ice Beam. Interesting. So we've got the Ice Beam. That probably hits stuff like Gliscor harder, which is probably why he's got it. Because obviously Gliscor is normally quite physically bulky. So this is a decent situation for us to be in. I can just go straight for a Volt Switch if I want to. He knows that. He might go into the Donphan. I don't think he stays in here. I think he definitely goes Donphan. So let's go for a Scald and try and catch him on the switch. So they are going to withdraw the Gyarados. What they're going to go into? Mocha Press. The fast Probo Pass. Alright, cool. You know what? This actually works anyway because Scald is super effective against that. Boom! It's a 2-hit KO, which is amazing. We didn't get the burn, which is a shame, but it's fine. It's fine. So one more Scald should do the trick, which makes me think they're going to switch into Toxicroak now. Because Toxicroak has dry skin. In which case, I think we're pretty safe to go into Espeon. Or we could go into Dragonite. I think Espeon's a good one because none of his team really want to take a Psychic. So I think we're going to Espeon here. There we go. Switch out into Espeon real quick. Boom. Espeon's in. Hopefully we didn't stay in. Yep, they're going to withdraw. Going to go into the Toxicroak. Rochetta. Which is the Toxicroak. So this was a perfect setup switch. Right, we're in a decent position right now because Psychic is doing a lot of damage to his whole team. Now, the only problem here is he could go for Sucker Punch, but I doubt he will because Sucker Punch shouldn't KO from max health. There is the option of going for Reflect, which will help us against the Gyarados if it sets some Dragon Lancers, help against the Purugly, you know, the Donphan as well. But I'm feeling Psychic because Psychic's doing damage to everything on his team. It should 2-hit KO the Probo Pass from where he's at, so he is going to withdraw his Toxicroak real quick. Goes back into Bigglesworth, which is, of course, the Purugly. As Stealth Rock damage plus Psychic might do the trick here. I don't think it'll KO, but it might do a lot of damage. Should do a lot of damage. Completely annihilates it. a lot of damage was dealt there. Now the real question is, do we want to? What do we do here? What do we do here? I think we go into. I think we go into Morla. Morla can definitely take a Fake Out, so let's go ahead and do that. We're going to Torterra real quick. Torterra is a pretty good situation to be in because Wood Hammer's going to hurt anything that switches in. So there's the Fake Out. It's not going to do too much damage. Yeah, we can tank that like a beast. Wood Hammer is my optimal play because it'll take the Donphan out. It'll do a lot of damage to the Toxicroak. It'll still do a lot of damage to the Typhlosion even though they're resisted. Finish the Probe Pass on and it'll do a lot of damage to the Gyarados. So let's go ahead and go straight for a Wood Hammer real quick. So they're going to go for Last Resort. I have not seen that move used before. Like ever. That's brilliant. Always a good one, this guy. And the Purugly goes down. So we're in a good situation right now. This gives them the opportunity to bring the Typhlosion in, which is a shame because it means something's got to take an eruption to the face. And I'm afraid it may have to be Torterra because Torterra is at the health right now. Bruschetta. Toxicroak. Cool. So Toxicroak comes in. We are locked into Wood Hammer. He doesn't necessarily know that. Do we have a good switch in here? What is a good switch into a Toxicroak? Doesn't get close combat until Pokemon Home. Gets Cross Chop though. Cross Chop could be a powerful one. But I feel like he'll have Drain Punch just for the health recovery. What else we got? We got Dragonite could do well. Mantine could do well. I'm feeling Registeel. I'm feeling Registeel, to be honest with you. Registeel might be a good shout. So let's go ahead and go to Registeel. I know it's Steel type and he's a fighting type, but Registeel is a very bulky Pokemon, and I'm pretty sure we could probably take a Drain Punch. Goes for a Sludge. Is it special? Special, eh? Special, eh? Special, eh? Special, eh? Plan right now, go for Earthquake. They probably will switch into Gyarados. If they switch into Gyarados, we could preempt that and go for a Raikou switch. But I'm feeling Earthquake. I'm feeling Earthquake. I feel like he'll try and hit me with a Focus Blast or something. He's actually going to withdraw his Toxicroak. What's he going to go into? Mocha Press, which is, of course, the Probo Pass. And unfortunately, I clicked Earthquake. And we're going to catch him off guard. Brilliant. So the Probopass goes down, which is great. Boom. We're sitting pretty right now. We're sitting pretty. We're two. Well, we're not. Are we 2-0? Did I let Torterra go down? I think I did, didn't I? No, I didn't. I preserved Torterra because Registeel. Yes. That's why I was in against the Toxicroak. Rubicante comes in, which is, of course, the Typhlosion. And this is the big one. I mean, it's going to be... Eruption's going to be weakened quite a bit from the Stealth Rocks there. Do we really have a good switch? Yes, we do. Of course, we have a good switching. We've got the Mantine, which can just switch in and just poof, destroy, wall, whatever it does. And it's so small. Flare Blitz. Oh, we got a physical Typhlosion over here. That's still not going to do enough damage, I'm afraid. But it's still damage nonetheless. So I didn't see a Life Orb, and I don't think we're going to see leftovers. No. So are we looking at a choice banded Typhlosion right here? Because if not, does Typhlosion get Thunder Punch in this? No, Thunder Punch isn't available until Pokemon Home, I'm very certain. I think he has to switch right now. I think we can probably go for an Ice Beam on the switch. So let's go ahead and do that. He actually stays in. He read me like a book right there. That is going to free it KO as well. That is such a pity. Oh, Mantine, you poor soul. I'm so sorry. I should have gone for Skull. I should have played it safe. Well, every mistake's to learn. I mean, we did get a crit on the Ice Beam, which is always nice. And who knows? After leftovers, we might actually live. So, I don't know whether I want to even tempt that, though. I don't know whether I want to do that. I think, looking at the rest of his team, I think the play here is to sack Torterra. So I'm going to do that. It'll also build up some recoil against the Typhlosion. He could be Choice Scarfed. Just to get the speed off. Goes for a Flare Blitz, of course. That's going to destroy Torterra's life. But it's fine. It's fine. We don't need Torterra quite. No. We don't really need Torterra. Torterra is doing nothing against the rest of his team. I mean, what we got? Typhlosion, a Toxicroak, a Donphan that has Ice Shard. I'm only saying Donphan has Ice Shard because it's like, you know, it makes sense. Let's go into Dragonite. Dragonite seems like a good play. And for Dragonite, I'm not going to bother Extreme Speeding. I'm going to go for a Dragon Claw straight away. This Typhlosion's overstayed its welcome. And I think Sky agrees because he's keeping it in to go for another Flare Blitz. That is damage right there. I think that is Choice Banded. It's definitely Choice Banded right there. Let's take him out with a Dragon Claw real quick. Boom. Right, Typhlosion goes down. So now all we've got to worry about is the Gyarados Dragon Dancing. Donphan being bulky, but we can deal with Donphan. And the remaining, which is Toxicroak. So what Pokemon he could bring in now is Tusk the Donphan. Because Donphan can easily just finish us off with a Rapid Spin. Not Rapid Spin, an Ice Shard. So, do we want to switch out? What do I even switch to? I think he'll probably go for Rapid Spin, to be honest with you. Probably going for Rapid Spin right now. Mantine's not doing too much for us. We can probably switch it in on a Waterfall from a Gyarados if we can bait it right. Do I need Gyarados for anything? Do I need the Dragonite for anything else? I don't think we do. Let's go for an Extreme Speed just to get some damage off. Just to out-prioritize that Ice Shard. That's probably coming. Get some damage off, and then he goes for the Ice Shard and takes us out probably. Yep, there we go. So, Donphan takes our Dragonite, which is fine. Because it means we get to bring Espeon in, and Espeon can go for a safe Psychic right now. So, let's go ahead and do that. Wait, do we want to do that, or do we want to go for a Reflect first? Reflect might be much better, you know. I'm going to go for a Reflect. Reflect makes sense. So, Ice Shard's coming through. He's trying to get some chip damage off before we take him out with Psychic. I'm going to go for a Reflect. There's no need to go for Light Screen because he hasn't got any special attackers left. I don't even know if he had a special attacker. Oh no, well, Probopass was the only special attacker, so... But when you look at his team, you think Typhlosion's special attacker, you know, so it's like, catches you off guard. So, let's go for the Psychic real quick. Psychic should be able to take him out from there. The Ice Shard's going to do a lot less damage, which is great. Go for a Psychic. Espeon coming through. Please KO. And it does. Donphan goes down. So, now, all we've got left to deal with is the Toxicroak and the Gyarados. So, Gyarados could do some decent damage to us. We're not one-shotting it from here. Because Gyarados has got some nice bulk to it. But I think it'll be good to get the damage off. I think it'll be really good to get the damage off. So let's go ahead and go for a Psychic. And he might go straight for a Dragon Dance. I think he does go for Dragonite here. I think that is the optimal play. Because a Dragonite's Waterfall is going to do a lot more damage. Scold? Oh, that caught me off guard. Oh, so his Gyarados is a special attack. Well, I think it's more likely that it's a defensive Gyarados. To truth be told, I think defensive Gyarados is the set. I've seen defensive Gyarados. You know, you got Scold, you got Thunder Wave, you have Earthquake for a bit of coverage, and then Taunt maybe. We'll go for another Psychic. It barely misses the KO, and he goes for the Ice Beam. He is a special attacker, but unfortunately I believe Burn takes us out from there, which is a shame, but I guess what can you do? What can you do? So Espeon goes down to the Burn. RIP Espeon, you did a really good job. You know, I'm putting Espeon in the thumbnail. Espeon deserves to go in the thumbnail for that one, so that's always cool. So I think now we have to rely on Raikou. Raikou to save the day. So we'll bring in Raikou, and we'll click Thunderbolt. Boom, bop, shibida, bop, boom. There we go. Go for a Thunderbolt. Take out the Gyarados, of course. Boom. And then we've got Toxicroak sat in the back. Debating whether or not Toxicroak could be able to defeat my Raikou. If Toxicroak can beat my Raikou, because obviously we've got Stealth Rocks, but Thunderbolt might not KO. But then again, we are Choice We're Choice Specs, not Choice Scarf. I'm getting mixed up. Thunderbolt should KO with Choice Specs. So let's go for it. Yes! And we claim the victory. I tell you what, I was really nervous for this battle as well. Sky is such a good battler, and he uses these really cool diverse teams all the time. It's really cool. Check him out, link in the description. So I was really worried going into this game. I was like, I'm going to get really wrecked. But I didn't. I somehow pulled through and won. So thank you for the game, Skyrander. It's been a pleasure. Hope you all enjoyed today's video. If you did, of course, leave a like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. With that being said, I'll see you in a bit.